Fellas, we have failed you. It's so sad. We're having to redo a recording, uh, but it's not going to be the same episode, not nearly as much. The episode that we didn't really have a main topic, and it was a pretty short episode. It was only like it would probably have been like under an hour long. So I'm not too mad about that, but we do have some great topics to talk about in this episode. Welcome to episode 6 of Ramblers Radio. With that being said,
We
if you
are.
guys are enjoying the content, if you guys are enjoying being a consistent listener of the episodes, be sure to leave a like on this episode and subscribe if you want to see more from us. Weekly episodes coming up on the weekends, whether if it's Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Episodes always come out on the weekends. It's just that we didn't get an episode this last weekend because there was no point in doing it because Code was quieter than grandparents. So,
Yeah, I was the quiet kid.
yeah, let's get into it. Code, how have we been? Code actually saw Kung Fu Panda 4 today. If
I
you want to give your
did.
thoughts. Yeah,
You know what? You know what? Have you seen it?
I've not now.
Okay, so the thing is, people have been really hating on this movie. I'm no Kung Fu Panda super fan, but I like the movies, and I thought it was pretty good. I agree with the consensus that it's not as good as the first three, but I still thought it was a really, really solid movie. I thought they did the characters justice. But hey, that's just my opinion. I thought it was good. Um, we're here. We're filming this episode. Let's do it.
All right, let's get started with some news. What we got?
All right. Well, from my end, I haven't seen too much new news except for the big one that everybody is talking about, which is the Classic Collection or the Disappointment Collection, as we like to call it. Um, the Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection unfortunately did not deliver. It has terrible server connection, so many bugs, a lot of random unnecessary changes, rubber banding. Just it's a complete mess. The online servers barely work. I played my first online match today because I couldn't. I literally it wouldn't show me maps earlier. So I played a match. I can confirm it's really bad. It's a huge disappointment, man. For a lot of people, getting review bombed. Everybody's already given up on the game. So it's quite unfortunate, and I lost $35 that I will never get back. So that's the main thing. There was a bit of Outlaws news, which most of us, I know me and Smoke won't care about because it's PC related, but I'm gonna put it out there. There's something with the ray tracing. Nvidia's like they're announcing their support for the game, and essentially it just means the game's gonna look good. Cool. Um, Other than that, unless I'm missing anything, that's pretty much it. We got a Bad Batch episode this week, or if you're watching this, it's come out. Um, and yeah, we're just hanging in there. It's a tough week to be a Star Wars fan.
Yeah, there have been many talks about how Star Wars games go forward. And after Star
Yeah,
Wars Outlaws come out next year, we don't really know what we're gonna. All right, and I don't even know when
it's this
Star.
year.
It's this year, yeah. But
Yeah.
after that comes out, we are not sure what's gonna happen. We know that we're gonna get the third Jedi game, but that's a few years down the line. So
Mm-hmm.
we're just not sure. We're in the trenches right now, as I like to say. Um, but yeah,
Yeah.
let's get into our first topic. Let's talk about Battlefront Classic Collection for a little while before we move on and talk about the Bad Batch, which is going to be a very positive conversation. That one, I
Yeah.
must say. Star Wars Classic Collection. I must say that I am one that said that I don't have huge expectations about this game. I just said it was going to be a port. You're going to play online games of gameplay that you could see in the classic games, and that's pretty much it. People got this game to play multiplayer. If they played single player, they wouldn't play the game, even though the graphics do look a lot better, of course, as they should. I mean, like, come on now, y'all. You got 20 years down. You could polish it up
Yeah.
a little bit. Uh, and what if I told you guys that the online servers don't even really work
Yeah.
because that's what it is. There are options where you can create a server and join a server. You can only create servers. Joining servers just doesn't work. No matter what
Yeah.
specific game mode you're searching for, no matter the map, it doesn't really work too well. I
Yeah.
was able to join a server once, and that was 2 days after the game came out. But the first two
Yeah.
days, servers just didn't work. And not only that, they actually managed to mess up the controls on this game. I don't.
Yeah.
How did they manage to do that? Eh,
They bound the grenade button to left trigger instead of aim. Like what are these Halo 3 ODST controls, bro? What is this?
yeah, it's gotten to the point. I actually told Code this. It's difficult to mess up a game this bad. It is
It
actually like
is.
it's a skill to mess up this bad.
Yeah.
And boy, are they talented at messing this game up
Yeah.
because oh my goodness, we were on record considering that it might put EA Battlefront 2 into a stalemate for a while. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm getting back on Battlefront 2 before I get back on
Yeah.
Classic Collection. I'm gonna keep it
Yeah.
a buck 50. Code was on Battlefront 2 today, like he said.
For a while,
So
man.
yeah, and for a while too. It's
Yeah.
crazy. When was the last time
Yeah, I
you
mean,
got
I
on it
played
for
a
a
few
while?
hours for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, so this this game had me fuming for a couple days, man. I was not happy.
Yeah.
Um, if anything, man, if it was just, if it was even just the servers not working, honestly, I would still hate it, but I would be okay. But my thing is, like you said, it is difficult to mess up a game this bad, and they changed so many things that just make the game unplayable. I I don't even know where to start, man. They used AI upscaling for this game. So yes, some of it does look a lot better, which is to be expected, but some of it looks absolutely terrible. Um Worse than the original. They changed all the controls. They changed the they changed some of the like I don't know what you call it, but the way you aim, I don't know. It's
Yeah.
just different. They changed the font, which just it's just it looks cheap. It looks cheap. It looks like Times New Roman, like your 10th grade English teacher would make you put on a paper. It's just it looks so cheap. Um I'm nitpicking. I'm not super structured with this, but it's really annoying. There's just something about the game that it literally feels like a different game. Um, like Smoke said the day it came out, he was playing it, that it was hard to sprint, and I was a little confused. I was like, "What is he talking about?" And then I got in the game, and it was hard to sprint. It's hard to sprint. You look, you move left, you click left stick. That's all it is. But
Yep.
no, we can't even design sprinting right. All they had to do was take the game, move it over, and add servers. They couldn't even do that. They couldn't even take the game. Okay, they struggled with adding the servers, sure, but they couldn't even copy paste the game. They somehow made the base game worse, which is
Yep.
just insane to me. I don't know how you fumble a release
Yep.
this bad.
Here, let me show you guys something. All right. So here is my controller. We got we got the
Oh,
controller.
you got red, I got blue. We're twinning.
No, no, but okay. Uh, all right, let me show you guys the controls. Do you guys know how to aim down sight in Battlefront Classic Collection? Could you guess what button it is? You press on the right stick.
It's like Halo 3. It's
Why am I pressing
terrible.
on the right stick when every other first-person shooter in existence uses left trigger?
Yeah.
Do you guys want to
And the
know how to aim
classic,
lock? Do you guys want to know how to aim lock? Could you take a guess? Could you take a guess? It's down on the D-pad. Down on the D-pad to aim lock.
yeah,
Left trigger to throw grenades.
yeah.
I I I don't understand.
And the
How do
thing
you
is
make it? How do you
the
make it
thing
this
is
bad, man?
Yeah, the thing is, the original games had normal controls. If you go back and play the classic Battlefront 2, when you open the game for the first time, left trigger is aim. Like
Yeah.
it's just it's so silly. It's so silly. And it literally like the moment I started the game, I had to go into the settings, change all my controls, and it took away from the experience from the very start. This
Yeah.
it's just it's such a bad thing to happen. And honestly, I had high hopes for this game only because I thought it's impossible for them to mess up. I thought all they had to do was copy the game and put servers. All I wanted was to play multiplayer servers on the same game, but they somehow made the game 10 times worse. And it's disappointing, man.
Yeah. You thought EA messed up on the launch of Battlefront 2. That was like a reasonable mess up. They tried to make something new with that. They didn't make anything new with this one. They just said like a
Yeah.
giant frick you to Star Wars fans that
Some
played this game.
something funny I want to point out is I saw a tweet and someone said like if you're mad about the classic collection, just remember there's a decent Star Wars Battlefront 2 that you can go play right now, and it was a picture of EA's Battlefront 2. And it's so
Yeah,
funny because we came full circle when EA's
yeah.
Battlefront 2 and Battlefront 1 came out. They were like, oh, it's fine, you can just go play the good Battlefront games. And now the script has completely flipped, and now we're going back to EA's Battlefront.
I want you. Here's the imagery of what Asfire did to OG Battlefront players. So imagine code. Imagine I come up to you with a permanent marker, and I and
Hmm.
I and I draw an L on your forehead, right? And then I put you on a podium in front of all your friends and be like, "Look at this, guys!" In the most childish way ever. This is what Asfire did to OG Battlefront players. This is horrendous. How did
It
you
was
mess up this bad?
They've got the mainstream going crazy on this, man. It's such a disaster. They
Yeah.
must have been so when they launched this game, 9 p.m. Pacific time. They launched this game. There were only 3 servers. 3 servers.
3 servers.
Did they think there were only going to be 192 people logging onto the game? Out of the millions of people that have pre-ordered it and watched the trailers, it's just negligence. They are just playing with us. They're making it so obvious. It's just a cash grab, man. They don't care, and it's sad.
And also, why bother making it 32 v 32 if there's only 100 tickets per team?
Yeah. Well,
Like,
luckily that they did increase the ticket count.
yeah, like the
Yeah,
game
but
the
I
game's
think
ends in
that
three
it was silly
minutes.
change.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's that's classic collection for you guys.
Yeah. Go
If
play
you were
EA
looking
Battlefront 2.
if you were looking to get it, don't get it. It's okay. You can go without it. Just play single player on the OG Battlefront. It's fine.
Yep. Buy OG Battlefront.
Yeah. Let's get into the bulk of the conversation. We're going to go from negative to positive here. That 2 episode premiere of The Bad Batch was fire. It was
Yes.
OD.
Yes. Super
Yes.
good.
Yeah, so to
Yeah.
start out, spoilers if you haven't watched it. We're like 4 days removed from episode 6 and 7 coming out, but spoilers just in case. So they the Bad Batch link Crosshair up with the regs that they have fought with and rescued, who he hasn't seen since ever, except for like Hauser. The tension between Crosshair and Hauser was really creative, and it's something that we never really thought of that would actually happen.
Yeah, that was really cool. It was
It
something
was
out of
really cool.
something. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think anybody would ever thought of it happening. But it was really cool. It's really good. Um, the clone assassin that we spent a peculiar amount of time focused on. It makes me think that it's a clone that we are familiar with. Take that what you will. A lot of people are saying it's either Tech or Cody. Uh, it's
Please
def
no.
it's definitely not Tech. The reason why it's not is because Crosshair didn't work with it when he said he would. They were trying to make him a clone assassin, and if it didn't work on Crosshair, it would not work on Tech either. So that makes no sense. Cody doesn't make too much sense either because he kind of just left the Empire. So, like,
Yeah.
how exactly would they find him? But, to each their own for that. I do believe that it does end up being a clone that we know and love. I do think that that is the case because if it wasn't, we wouldn't spend like a really suspicious amount of screen time with him.
Yeah.
Like I said, so I'm not too sure. I'm not gonna like decipher of what who exactly it could be because I'm not gonna like lead up to disappointment for
Pointless.
something that's very low possibility. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. He was a pretty cool concept. The tension between him and Wolf was really cool. It could tell Commander Wolf is definitely a big piece of this sort of premiere because he is at the point that Cody was last season. It's just that Wolf has not
Yeah.
experienced that moment where he realizes that the Empire isn't his way of shouldn't be his way of life anymore. And that's cool to see. That's cool to see a clone that is very famous and that we all know and love. To see them each one by one experiencing that turning point. And I do believe Wolf will be back this season, and that we will see his turning point. Um, so yeah, that was pretty cool. What are your overall thoughts about it, Code? Let's hear from you.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was pretty great. On the Clone Assassin, I hope it better not be Tech. It better not be Cody. I think that that would be silly. But it's very suspicious because this guy was unkillable. Like
Yeah.
he took like fatal falls, fatal shots, fatal like explosions like 10 times throughout the episode. It was
Right.
absurd. Um I don't see a reason why they would do that other than it being a character that we would know
Right. Yeah.
that they're saving for later. I don't see why they couldn't just have another assassin come in. Um, in terms of Wolf, I am curious as to why they're keeping him around. They've disposed of most, if not all, the clones besides the clone commandos, and I'm just wondering why he's still here and why they find use for him. Um,
Yeah. That
so
is a
that's something I'm
yeah. That is an interesting point that I kind of just forgot about. Cause yeah.
Yeah, that's something I'm hoping they go into, and he's not just there to be there. Because at this point in the timeline, we're mostly all stormtroopers, um, and for some reason the commandos are like completely obedient, which I hope we get a little explanation for why that is, but we'll see. Um, in terms of the overall episode, I loved, I just loved it, man. I thought
Yeah.
this whole thing was great. I loved, I sorry. I loved Crosshair and I can't even think anymore. Um
Crosshair and Hauser.
yeah. Yeah, Crosshair Crosshair and Hauser's um rivalry. I thought that was done really well and it was kind of subtle. I mean, you expected them to make up, but I think the way that they did with him helping him out of the water was it was subtle enough that I think it worked. Um and I just love that I just love this sort of these episodes, just what happens in them.
Yeah.
Our friends, we get to see all our clones doing stuff, and man, that ending with the confrontation between the two groups is pretty great.
Yeah. It
So
was
that's
really
my
cool.
thoughts.
Yeah. Mentioning that the Empire still thought that Rex was gone and that
Yeah,
the callback to season 7 was just so cool. It was really cool to hear.
rip
Yep.
to the clones we lost though. R.I.P.
Yeah. There's another talking point I want to talk about. There are many theories that Crosshair has suspicion in this season, or not this season, but in these two episodes in particular. How we're saying that he might be like an agent, an Imperial agent, or he might, not be what he's being portrayed to be. These are going way too deep, man. Like, what a that is just
It's just
so
silly.
ridiculous. We saw we saw the sort of arc that Crosshair had in the Outpost that was just so
Yeah,
great, and then just to see all that mystery happen like off screen would just make no sense. Um, and
and it would be a terrible decision, just
it would
character
be
wise.
it'd be really bad. And considering that he went through the sort of assassin transformation, hence why he has the hand trimmer because he had to go through that. And it goes to show that that sort of transformation literally changes a clone trooper, and the fact that he has no identity anymore, and his sort of mindset is just sort of completely wiped. And it makes sense that Crosshair would have those side effects because of it. I do believe that towards the end of the season that sort of issue will go away, and that he'll have his skills back. Because if he doesn't, then I don't think the Bad Batch will have much impact in sort of the ultimate goal that we're doing, which is of course storming Tantus base. It'll come in handy, and I think that's where it'll be. But yeah, overall, uh, Jennifer Corbett and Brad Rao have done so good directing this season, and Dave Filoni has been the perfect template for those all. The Bad Batch season 3 will be the best season of the Bad Batch so far. Not
Yeah.
so far because it's the final season, of course. But
Unless there's some sort of generational cell.
yeah,
But the trajectory we're at, it's looking to be really, really
yeah,
good.
and it's a perfect send off for the Clone Wars era for sure.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
also, a couple touch ups. Seeing the Teth Monastery was a really neat thing,
Yes.
because we started the Clone Wars era here, and then in the final days of the Clone Wars animation sort of timeline, it's just really cool to see a location that we started with.
Yeah.
It's an interesting location, seeing how it's all like cracked and beat up because of that battle with the Separatists and Republic back in there. I never watched it again, so I couldn't tell you exactly what caused it, but
Yeah.
it was really cool. Um, and yeah, it's really cool to hear. I'm really interested to see what we got going next. Of course, we do still have quite a few notable characters that are going to be showing up. We're still waiting on Fennec Shand. We're still waiting on Cad Bane, and we're still waiting on Ventress, of course. Um, and then of course, a couple more predictions. I do think Wolf will be back. I think it just makes complete sense that he will.
It would be a
Uh,
waste if it wasn't.
yeah. So yeah, what are you thinking about the show going forward? Huh?
Yeah, man. Really optimistic. I don't have any doubt that this will be one of the greatest seasons of Star Wars we have. Um,
Mhm.
and I'm honestly, I love the style they're taking with this season. I love that I can't accurately predict what's going to happen next episode, but there's still a through line story. I enjoy that. Um,
Yep.
and other than that, great 2 episodes. Looking forward to next week. Looking forward to the next two-parter.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. The big thing that Rex told Hunter at the end is that he needs to find out why they need Omega so bad.
Yeah.
That makes me believe that we're going to have at least someone that's very familiar with the Jedi show up. I'm not saying that is going to be a Jedi, but they are. I do believe that they are going to find out about Omega's sort of
Yeah.
midichlorian aptitude. Um, who knows what it might be? People were saying Ahsoka, but considering what we saw from Tales of the Jedi and sort of her exile period that she had on the farm planet, I just really doubt that it's gonna happen. Though
Yeah.
I do love me some animated Ahsoka. Ashley Eckstein is just
Yeah.
amazing all the time. I actually made a jo-
Also,
I actually made a joke with Code when the episode concluded, and I said, what did I say? I said, I said, which is why we would be going to Tatooine to find Obi Wan Kenobi. Yeah, But yeah,
Yeah. One more thing. I just want to put this out there. The random senator, that's not random, but the senator from season one and Chuchi were in this episode. These one of the first episode, which was cool.
yeah,
Good to see them.
yeah, yeah. And his crazy looking mustache.
Yeah, for real.
Really cool.
Over here looking like Teddy Roosevelt.
Right. Yeah, 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 yeah. Here's another thing that I wanted to sort of mention. This is something that you sent me, actually. Jedi Survivor has received 6 award nominations for BAFTA. Totally deserved. Cameron Monaghan received Performer in a Leading Role, which, if I'm going to be honest, he did such a great job with Survivor. I think he did a better job with Survivor than he did in Fallen Order, even though I think they're
Really?
both great. Because the stuff that Cal Kestis is exposed to in
Going through.
Survivor is just
Yeah.
it's just up to a great. It's just a great
The
like
stakes are
higher
higher. Yeah.
magnitude. Yeah. It also received Deborah Wilson received performer in a supporting role,
Nice.
which I think is interesting because she wasn't even in the game that much.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's funny.
you would think that she would receive that role for Fallen Order instead, but
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
most of her like emotional impact in this game was when she died, and she didn't really talk when she died. So
yeah.
interesting.
Uh, Auto achievement, animation, narrative, and
Nice.
music uh, will
All
conclude the
deserved.
6. Yeah. I've played Jedi Survivor probably 5 times.
Probably
it's been quite a few months since I've played it through, but I don't think
me
I've played
too.
it.
Probably about that.
I don't even think I've played it at all in 2024. But
I had
Jedi
to. You
Survivor was
haven't?
great.
Oh, nice.
We're coming up on the 1 year anniversary in the game pretty soon, just a little over a month
Yeah.
away.
Time flies, man.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Another thing, Epic sent out a Fortnite survey to players, including us
Oh
today, that
yeah.
listed Star Wars as content we have heard of. The list includes, this is a weird list, the Poe Dameron, Moff Gideon, The Mandalorian, and Andor. Not really sure what that's implying, but
Yeah.
it goes to
They're
show
just
that
getting a feel.
Epic Games will be in the Star Wars content field, which means that Star Wars games are not going to be doom and gloom for very long. Of course, we do have
Yeah.
Outlaws coming out. Uh, you,
Also,
who I doubt Outlaws will be as much of a hit as like Jedi Fallen Order or Jedi Survivor were. Simply because like people think playing as a Jedi is just much cooler than playing as a smuggler. So
yeah. Also, on the Fortnite thing, Fortnite, Epic Games X Disney is happening as well. So, who knows? We could be getting a lot of Star Wars based stuff, which I don't even know what we could be getting in the near future.
yeah, yeah, that's gonna be pretty good. It's gonna be awesome to think about. But yeah, with that being said, I think that's going to end our main segment. Let's get on to our short segments. The first short that we're going to do is going to be a game that has been popularized among YouTube Shorts and TikTok over the past month or so. It's going to be try not to say the same thing as me. I believe Code has a Battlefront 2 themed one, and that I
Yeah,
just have a Star Wars themed one. We're going to start with mine first. All right, Code. We got 5 levels. Are you ready to go?
let's do it.
All right. First up, I just need you to name me a Star Wars villain. Any villain you can think of. Easiest
Any
one.
Star Wars villain? Terran Malicos.
Oh, yours was actually pretty close. My answer was Second Sister.
There you go.
Yeah. So you were pretty close, but it was pretty good. Next up, I need you to name me a Star Wars content creator.
Um,
Ooh, another pretty
Star
broad
Wars
one.
HQ.
Star Wars HQ. Wow. Mine was Star Wars Explained.
All
So,
right.
pretty good one. Next up, name me a Star Wars movie.
This one is a little bit more risky. Attack of the Clones.
Okay. My answer was Return of the Jedi.
Okay.
And next up, name me a Star Wars TV show.
Um, I'm gonna give you Young Jedi Adventures.
Wow, you're a cornball for that. My answer was the Book of Boba Fett.
Okay.
And then last one, this is gonna be a tough one. Name me a member of the Mantis crew.
Ooh.
You have
And I can't
five
I
possible
can't
answers.
say the Bogling, so I'm gonna say um oof. I mean it's kinda just luck, so just see your agenda.
Yeah. All right. My answer was BD1. So you
Nice.
win. Great job.
Alright.
I thought you were gonna say Kata. Yeah.
Try not to say the same thing as me. Star Wars Battlefront 2 EA edition.
All right.
Question 1. Give me any map.
Any map, like any,
Any map in general in the whole
just
game.
just like any planet. All right. I will give you. I'm gonna say Jabba's palace.
Okay, good. I said crate.
Okay.
All right. Next up, name me any hero.
Any hero. I will go Chewbacca.
Good. I got Iden Versio.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say that cornball.
Rule number three, or rule number three, round number three. Name me any faction.
Oh, so I got six options here. Oh, this is tougher than it might be. It might think. I'm gonna go with the Empire.
Good. I had the Age of Resistance.
Yeah.
All right. Round number four. Name me any dark side hero ship.
Dark Side Hero ship. Okay. I don't even know how many options there are. I think they're like six,
Yeah.
five. Oh, the webcam cut out. What
Yeah, no, it's
happened?
good. I just redoing it because it was blurry. Keep
Yeah.
going.
I'm gonna say Darth Vader's tie advanced.
That was mine.
Oh no! Oh man.
Damn, that's super unlucky. All
All
right.
right. What
Well,
was what was the fifth question?
the fifth one was a specialist gun,
Oh yeah. Okay.
which, yeah, I had the IQA 11. So
All right.
that's tragic.
Dang, we take
That's
L's
tr-
there. Yep.
that's tragic.
All right. So Code takes a win, I take a loss, but that's fine.
Damn.
All right. Next one we're gonna do a blind tier list.
All right.
And I'm going to give Code a blind tier list of Battlefront 2 heroes. I'm gonna give him six, and he will give him I'll give him good, mid, and bad tiers.
Good, mid, bad.
All right, let me just type these out so I don't have to just think of them. It's kind of cheating. Okay. I got four. Let me think of the fifth one. And last one, I will go. Okay.
All right.
I I need you to blindly put these Battlefront 2 heroes onto a tier list. All right. First up, you have Chewbacca.
Chewbacca. Oh, man. This is a good hero, man. This is a really good hero. He's a hero killer. Not as good in infantry modes, but still pretty good. Uh, um, this might be pretty risky, but I'm gonna put him in good.
Good. I like that. All right. Next up, you have Luke Skywalker.
Luke. Luke's a good hero. Um, he is not the best lightsaber. He's debatably top five. He is great in trooper modes, not quite as good in hero modes, but still a great, menacing character. But I am gonna have to put him in mid.
Okay. Next up, you have Iden Versio.
Yeah, Iden's going in bad. Her if you're bad, she's super good. But if you're going against good players, she's really counterable. Once her stun is used, she's basically a sitting duck.
Yeah. Next up, you have BB9E.
Oof, my man. Uh, the thing is you might be giving me two. Um, even better characters up next. So I'm hesitant to put him mid, but I don't know that he deserves bad. He's also, I don't know if he's better than Aiden. Uh, you know what? Screw it. We're putting BB90 in mid.
Okay. Next up, you have Ray.
Oh man. Oof. Okay. So this might screw me up depending on what your last pick is, but Ray's super good. Ray has to go in good.
And then your last one going in bads here is Boba Fett.
Oof. Yeah, I should have put 90 in bad. Other than that, if I just switched 90 and Boba, I'd be completely fine with that list.
Yeah, I think you'd be good. Yeah. All right. Very nice.
All right. Since you did Star Wars Battlefront 2 heroes, blind tier list me the Star Wars Battlefront 1 heroes.
Oh, this is fire. Okay.
All
Let's do
right.
this.
Coming up, you're an expert on this, so I expect a good list. Coming up first, Darth Vader.
I'm not much of an expert on this because I didn't play hero modes, but um, Vader was really good. He had a trait, I believe, that let him like tank damage, like
Yeah.
how his focused rage ability does. Do I think Vader's a top 5 hero? I'm not sure, but I think so. I'm gonna put Vader in good.
Yeah. That's your first pick.
Yep.
Coming up next is Lando Calrissian.
Lando was infamous for a glitch that he could do in Walker
Okay,
Assault. That
as
was
the game stands now.
but yeah, that was patched, so that doesn't matter right now. He quite literally ruined the game, which is gives me motive to put him in bad, and I am gonna put him in bad. I think
Okay,
he's not too great.
I think that was the right pick for this list. Coming up next, we have Krennic, director Krennic.
Oh, Krennic's pretty good. Yeah, he's a pretty good hero. Do I think he's like? I'm kind of like holding out for Bosk because Bosk is obviously the best hero in the game in Battlefront 2 or Battlefront 1. I mean, but Krennic is also really good. I'm gonna put Krennic in mid though.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think that's the right pick. Um, Coming up next, you have Jin.
Oh, Jin's really good too. Blaster configurations. Uh, I think she had a grenade ability. I don't remember too well. I think I am gonna put Jin in.
She had
I
she
think I
had
am gonna
truncheon
put.
strike,
Yes,
the
yes, that's what she
sniper,
had.
and then the pistol.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think I am gonna put Jin in mid. She was a really good
Okay,
one though.
okay. So you have two more left. This last pick is going to determine what your last pick will be. Coming up next, you have Greedo.
Oh my goodness, Greedo's so good. Oh man, this might kill me. I think you might cheese me with this. Greedo was mainly good in heroes modes. He wasn't too good in trooper modes because he was very volatile. He was very
Very
fast.
weak,
He was very
like
fast
health
though.
wise.
I hate to do it, but I'm not gonna risk getting baited. I'm gonna put Greedo in
Okay.
bad, even though I don't want to.
Okay, I don't know how you're going to feel about this next one, being completely honest, but your second good is Han Solo.
Han is better than Greedo in trooper modes, but he's not better in hero modes. But he's like more well rounded.
Yeah.
Obviously, Greedo wouldn't go in bad, but that was the only choice I really had. I'm
Yeah.
fine with this list. I'm fine with this list.
All right.
Yeah.
Nice.
Odin Versio, can you name me the top 5 Battlefront 2 Galactic Assault maps according to Game Rant?
Top five. Top five?
Yes, and you do have 3 strikes for this one.
Okay. Top five Galactic Assault maps. Okay. So this is like with every map, like Geonosis, Crate, things like that. The ones they
The
added.
the planets that are in Galactic Assault. So like,
Okay.
there's no like
Okay.
Felucia or
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna say great. That's a great map.
Great's not here. Let's strike one.
Whew. Okay, well, they're insane. Hopefully they're not this insane. Is Naboo on there?
Naboo is number one.
Okay. I get that. They probably play the beta. They like that map a lot. Um, hmm. I mean, what are the options to choose from? There's a lot. Um,
I think there are 13 Galactic Assault maps.
yeah, I'm trying to jog my memory. Um, maybe it's I don't know honestly because like I don't play enough Galactic Assault. I couldn't be able to tell you which ones are the most well received. But I'm just gonna take a shot in the dark here. Give me Kashyyyk.
Kashyyyk is number 4. I'm actually surprised by that
Yeah.
because Kashyyyk is one of my least favorite Galactic Assault maps.
Yeah, I mean it's a decent linear map. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Um, well, the trooper version, not the HVV one.
Yeah.
um, um, I'm trying to think of original trilogy. We got like Death Star, Tatooine.
Yeah. Yes. Think original trilogy.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Um,
There are 2 of them here.
oh, two. Okay. Um, oh, can I get Endor?
Endor is number 5.
Okay, good, good, good. That's a good map. Not as good as the Battlefront 1 in my opinion, but still good.
Agreed.
Yeah. Um, in terms of original trilogy, it's between two maps for me. But I'm gonna say Hoth.
Hoth is not here. That is strike 2.
Okay. So then, is it Yavin?
Is that your final guess?
Yes, Yavin 4.
That is strike 3.
Oof, man, that was rough.
We're looking at number 2. We have Death Star 2. And at number
What the heck?
3, we have Camino.
Okay, dang,
Yeah.
that was tough. I should have guessed Camino earlier, but I didn't think of that.
Yeah.
Master Shifu, name me the top five characters with the most screen time in Tales of the Jedi besides Ahsoka and Dooku.
Oh, this is kind of fire. Oh man. Um. All right. So top 5 characters. I'm thinking at the start. This is hard. This is pretty difficult. I'm gonna think is I'm thinking of characters that are in more than one episode. Oh,
I would think
this
about
is
that.
I think this is I think this might be a gimme. Is Qui-Gon here?
Yes, that's a very good guess. I mean, he's in multiple episodes. Yes, Qui Gon is number two with 7 minutes and 59 seconds.
All right. All righty. All right. My next hint, or not my next hint. What am I saying? Um, I don't think I'm not sure about anybody else that's in the. Oh, I can
There's
think of
one
this
more
one.
gimme, I think.
Is Yaddle here?
That's it right there. Yaddle is number four with 5 minutes and 51 seconds.
Yeah. Other than that, I can't think of anybody else in the Dooku arc. Even though it
I
might
would
be,
think of people who are prominently in certain episodes
yeah. Even
that
though
are prominently featured.
it might be Mace Windu. I kind of doubt it though. Um, one that I think is a gimme. Can I get Anakin?
Yeah, Anakin is number five with 4 minutes and 38 seconds.
All right, all right. Um,
You've
from
got your
the
one and your three left. One is from the Ahsoka arc, and three is from the Dooku arc.
that might cook me because if it was from that Exile episode, then I don't know their names. Uh,
That's episode 6, right?
yeah,
It's not from that episode. It is
thank
not the farming episode.
thank God. Oh, is it What's her name? Is it Pav T? Is it Ahsoka's mother?
Yes, it is. Pavti is number one with 8 minutes and 42 seconds. Surprised
Number
you dug
one.
that name out of your
I'm good with names, unlike you.
head. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know, I know. Shade, shade, shade.
I hate to throw the stray, but I'm gonna keep it a buck 50, man.
Yeah, yeah. All right, so yeah, your number three, your last one is from the Dooku arc.
Yeah. From the Dooku arc. Is it Mace Windu?
There it is. Mace Windu, 6 minutes, 59 seconds.
Whoa, ace that.
Nice
Let's
work.
go. All right. With that being said, everyone, that will be the end of episode 6 of Ramblers Radio. Remember, one more show. If you guys did enjoy the episode, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more. And with that being said, we will see you guys next time with a new topic, new surprise one. See ya.
See you later.